Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material in use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
No, somos lo que somos la esperanza del pueblo. Somos estos locos que pactaron con su suelo. Somos el sabor amargo de la indiferencia. Somos la sangre de Argueda marcando la diferencia. Somos la ternura de tu guagua, somos lumpen. Somos guerrilleros con poemas, no preocupen. Somos el conducto de tu voz a causa de la indignación cuando el patrón al peón solo lo escupe. Somos Condor Canqui, somos Vallejo y Eguren. Somos en la mauta, no esperes que te aseguren. Somos asentamiento humano, somos la barriada trabajando en ella misma, no importa que nos censure. Somos Cueto el Nene, somos Chumpitas y Oblitas. Somos la cantuta, la historia que decapitan. Somos el sueldo mínimo en quincena, mi cumpita. Somos golpe inexorable que rompe lo que limita. Somos toda la América y también hijos de África. Somos la familia pobre por culpa de fábrica. Somos el amor perdido de tu Dios bendito. Somos esa consecuencia de vivir en su retórica. Somos hijos de un país enfermo, inseguro. Vemos quiénes somos y matamos el futuro. A punto de una embolia se encuentra la Pachamama porque sabe quiénes somos y sigue tan inmaduro.
Seguro que por oro se olvidaron quiénes son. Seguro les fatiga la cultura en la nación. Seguro están queriendo, seguro están anhelando que le ponga precio rápido y que no cumpla su función. Seguro que por oro se olvidaron quiénes son. Seguro les fatiga la cultura en la nación. Seguro están queriendo, seguro están anhelando que le ponga precio rápido y que no cumpla su función.
Mejor seamos lo que apagan la televisión. Claro, somos Yunza, Tupamonte y Aguarfiesta, la Candelaria y Paucar, la magia de la sierra. Somos el San Juan en junio, somos Motupe en septiembre. Somos increíbles, pero dime, ¿somos libres? Firme no lo creo, primo, me apena y me río de esta fiesta falsa enardecida en el mes frío. De ese 28 no conozco independencia, solo gasto innecesario, 100.000 deudas y un resfrío. Somos el residuo de una sociedad clonada, la hambruna, el desempleo, pobreza aglutinada. Somos el resultado de la educación de prensa, de esa mugre información de firme mal proporcionada. Somos resultado del cruel pasado atroz, mi bro. Somos responsables del futuro venidero y yo sigo creyendo que no somos esto es guerra ni combate. Mejor seamos lo que apaguen la televisión. Somos más que el boom gastronómico, huevón. Somos más que el cevichito elaborado por Gastón. Somos Choropampa que no olvida su mercurio. Somos ese poblador que ha defendido su cosmovisión. Así que dile a Curio que no somos su inversión. Así que dile a Curio que no somos su inversión. Así que dile a Curio que no somos su inversión. Así que dile a Curio que no somos su inversión. Somos 2015 Family Red Comité es poco flow. Quema Pum falla.
Shalom family. Hold on. right. So, all right. So here we go. We're going to continue the class from yesterday. We got called the migration or the Great Migration Part 3 or number 3, however you guys want to see it. I don't know why this world doesn't do that. Anyways, just trying to add a little bit to my morning today. Good morning, everybody. First of all, for you that will watch this class later on, we're gonna go over the process. Again, the migration, the Great Migration. Okay. We were reading a book called The Great Migration, and in that book, it was actually talking about, um, like how some were assuming that we came from America to the east, and then come to find out because of the particular details of the path, and you realize no, it was the other way around. Anyhow, as you can see, this map called David Ramsey Map Collection. Okay, a lot of times we see Arsareth, and we are told that Arsareth, right? And here's what like certain schools don't. I don't know why they don't. They have the maps. I'm not the only one that finds these. You know what I'm saying? But instead of looking at the maps, because there's several. Let me show you something, fam. Let me see. Mm, Yeah, hold on. This is in black and white. Let's see, it says Arsareth. Cuarto Esdras, capítulo 13. Arsareth. Arsareth. Ishu, Tribul, Fered. Tell me about the 10 tribes. Anain. Estreto de Anian. I'm sorry. Estreto de Anian. And you can see that there's already like land there. Sierra. Río Tijuas. Como Tijuana, ¿no? Tijual. Chilchic. ¿Qué dice? Chiclic. ¿Este me hace? Asha. Punto Primero. Capo del Higano. California. Mar Vermelo. Chicana. Is that where you guys get the word Chicano? Do you guys even know that? It says Cana, Coana. Y luego Río Tontonteas. Aquí ves más cosas, ¿no? Bartolomeo, Rocha. Farfana, Volcán y del Fuego. ¿Sí me entiendes? Entonces, a ver, un momentito, hermanos. So I guess I need to do a reminder. Confirm. It's already done, dude. It's like I'm in already. What's going on with you guys? Anyhow. So as you can see, look, I'm taking my time with these maps, fam. I'm not gonna rush it. So again, we see here Tartary, Ostraka. There are maps identifying Arsareth. But instead, we're told to go here. Look, this is where they want us to go. Like they take you here, right? All right, they take you here. But you don't. that's as far as it goes. You see, but why don't they take us here? Why is this not available? Look, okay, China or Chiana or China, Chicana, Chiana, Chincheo, Carraza, Laku, Sal, Tibet, Takan, Caracara. There's a lot of Checa, a lot of Tartari Europa. So I guess this is the Tartary, the land of Tartary, right? Now let's look at the other one. Same thing, color. Why take us here? Why not go here? Guys gotta wonder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. What can I do? You know what I'm saying, family? I mean, I don't know, man. You guys are gonna believe what you're gonna believe. It's straight up. Yeah, a lot of you guys are indoctrinated with this one West crap. To be quite frank with you, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat that crap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all straight up on that one. Y'all are off on that. That one West doctrine is not 100%. They tell us to look at or imagine us. Okay, first of all, they say do not really necessarily put a lot of weight in dreams. Okay. Then they say that we migrated here around Africa. And I'm like, I believed it at one point. But then makes you wonder, what about all of this that I was finding? And I had seen this before, but I just didn't connect the dots, you know what I'm saying? It's like we were told that America or these lands is Arthurith. Okay. But it says your Arthurith is here. See that region in yellow? So Arthurith belongs to Tartaria. Not this time now. Okay. When you looked at the scriptures, you see that it actually mentions Arthurith as a region, not the actual land. Okay. I'll show you guys something real quick before I go into my class. What am I? What time is it? I have a plan. I may have to break this up into today. I have a lot going on. I want to make sure that I get this thoroughly taken care of. I may just like do the actual video and upload it. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'm going to show you guys this. It's something that sometimes we overlook, as fathers. That's why when I say, I'm talking to you men, it's because we are demanded to be leaders. And I need to, yeah, I'm gonna have to break this up in a couple of classes, fam. Um, we were raised to be leaders, and a lot of times we do put a lot of emphasis on our mothers, which is reasonable. We forget about our pops. Let me show you this real quick. Well, not that. Watch this, family. I'm gonna surprise you guys today. It's gonna be one of those weird days. I'm gonna trigger y'all. I'm not gonna give you guys my routine as normal. Because today is gonna be one of those awkward days. I wanna break these things in pieces. We're just walking in right now. Basic stuff. Haven't even gone into real class. But I'm talking to you men. Listen, family. Listen to this. And then we'll talk again.
Muchos libros yo he leído de grandes y buenos autores y en sus páginas mejores nunca esta verdad he leído, de que un padre vive oprimido y ninguno lo alienta y todo el mundo comenta que lo más grande es la madre y el sacrificio de un padre ninguno lo tiene en cuenta. Hay que pensar y escribir el sacrificio de un padre porque no solamente la madre es la que sabe sufrir. Con esto quiero decir de que un padre sabe querer y por sus hijos y su mujer, con amor va a trabajar y hasta es capaz de robar, pero para traerles que comer. La madre le hace un perjuicio a su hijo por un error, porque debido a su gran amor, con su mimo le da vicio, en cambio el padre para mí hace juicio, aunque su amor es severo. Él los acaricia muy poco, pero los hace marchar derecho para subir el repecho de este mundo embustero. Él les lleva el pan sagrado amasado con sudor y por sus hijos con amor él vive sacrificado y por eso estoy de su lado. Aunque el pecho me taladre, está bien el cantarle a la madre con ese amor infinito, pero también un poquito hay que acordarse del padre. ¡Esa!
You men are important. You know what I'm saying? We are fathers. And we have fathers and fathers after fathers and fathers after fathers. This guy did a very important message. ¿Qué mensaje nos dio, hermanos? Voy a escucharlo una vez más, ¿eh? Voy a tomar mucha paciencia con esta clase. No me voy a apurar. Si lo tengo que hacer en 3 partes ahora, lo hago en 3 partes. No me importa. It doesn't matter to me, family. We need to really absorb all of this stuff. A lot of times I kind of run through these classes, you know what I'm saying? And I hope that you guys catch them. Today's not going to be one of those days. I have a really awkward schedule. So let's listen again, okay? This message goes out to you brothers who are fathers. This goes out to our fathers who are to our older brothers that are fathers too. Do you men that work hella hard? You men that put the work in. You men that actually go like out of your way, that you go to work and you put the effort and you sweat and tears, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know some of you men. You just don't stop working, regardless of the issues, the hardship of the household, the family. And yes, we are supposed to show honor our mothers, without a doubt. But us men, listen, family. Listen to what he says. Watch this. I love this message, man. Praise to the Most High that I got a hold of it.
Muchos libros yo he leído de grandes y buenos autores y en sus páginas mejores nunca esta verdad he leído. De que un padre vive oprimido y ninguno lo alienta y todo el mundo comenta que lo más grande es la madre. Y el sacrificio de un padre ninguno lo tiene en cuenta. Hay que pensar y escribir el sacrificio de un padre porque no solamente la madre es la que sabe sufrir. Con esto quiero decir de que un padre sabe querer y por sus hijos y su mujer con amor va a trabajar y hasta es capaz de robar, pero para traerles que comer. La madre le hace un perjuicio a su hijo por un error porque debido a su gran amor con su mimo le da vicio, en cambio el padre para mí hace juicio, aunque su amor es severo. Él los acaricia muy poco, pero los hace marchar derecho para subir el repecho de este mundo embustero. Él les lleva el pan sagrado amasado con sudor y por sus hijos con amor él vive sacrificado y por eso estoy de su lado. Aunque el pecho me taladre, está bien el cantar de a la madre con ese amor infinito, pero también un poquito hay que acordarse del padre.
That's why, family, this class is for you brothers, man, you men. I may sound hard on y'all sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And I know that you guys may not understand me. But listen, I come from the old school, you know? I was born in the 70s. And my parents were very hard. Así como mi papá me decía, you know, there's no such thing as half pregnant. You either are or you're not. Hey, shalom, sis. Shalom. You either are or you're not. I'll try to do my best to watch chatter. More likely I won't, but just let y'all know that, okay? So this is why I'm letting you guys know all of these things matter, family. You men matter. You matter. A lot of you guys are effed up in the head. Now you probably wonder, like, why is this saying this and he got hearts written in front of us? Well, because it took men to lead us this way. Remember, this is why my point of the class is the Great Migration, fam. Look, why only go here and not show us this? Stretto di Anian. These are older maps. We got the world, right? I told you I'll be using this often. Look, from 1587. We weren't, I guess, fully conquered just yet, but look, they even knew. Even at this time, they understood. Watch this. Arsworth again. Arsworth again. So we see now that Arsworth begins in the northern region of Russia, right across Alaska, between the Stretto di Anian. Okay? So let me show you this real quick, fam. Remember yesterday we were reading regarding the Great Migration. I also showed y'all the Anacalypsis, Volume 1 of Godfrey Higgins, talking about Abraham and the religion of Abraham and how Abraham or the Persians have a relationship. And that's why maybe some of us have no clue why the Most High chose Cyrus to free us. Well, because Cyrus was basically of the lineage of Abraham. That's why he calls him an anointed. You guys need to really focus on, like, pay attention to these things. Confirm it. You don't believe me, you don't have to believe me. All right, now I'm going to show you this real quick. These are there's something called Zaragoats. Oh, check it out, fam. Look at that. Sorry to get off topic, but look. That's my car right there I'm working on, and this is the next one. Pretty sick, huh? Anyhow, we were looking at
particular things, and I want to show you this real quick. This is from our brother. Los indios somos israelitas. And he shows us ziggurats. I think he missed a G. Ziggurats. Como cigarros, como cigarettes. Is Syria, Mexico. Mexico, Syria. Okay. Oh. What? Talking about. Un momentito, por favor. Un momentito, por favor. Look at this right here. Zaragoza. Los asirios construían pirámides similares a las nuestras con escalones dirigidos al, no sé qué más que dice. Look at that. Pirámides mesopotámica con escalones idénticos a las de México. ¿Verdad? Aquí también dice abajo. It says the same thing. Remember, this is a Spanglish channel, fam. Just don't get confused. Let's see here. And I read this to you guys before. Okay? But before I read that again, show this with you. So we were reading this book here, A Great Migration. Okay? Give me a second. I showed you Josephus. Okay? Then it talks about Shem, from where to where. We reached all the way to the Indian Ocean. Okay? Now, I want you to remember this. It's a lot of times we see the Chaldeans, the the Chaldees, and the Bible references them a few times. And it shows that Abraham, our forefather, came out of that region where they were located. You know what I'm saying? So, if you look at what you guys got to pay attention to these words, Chaldean, the the Chaldee. I showed you this scripture last time. Okay. Let's see. Hold on a second, fam. Give me a second here. Where are you? God, I forget to do this. My apologies, man. I don't like to hear my breathing. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can sense it. All right, I'm gonna do my best. All right, so do you guys remember, like, for example, Joshua 24:1, and then I'm going to go to Isaiah 51, okay? It says here, Joshua gathered all the tribes of Israel to Shechem and called for the elders of Israel and for their heads and for their judges and for their officers, and they represented themselves before God. As you can see, there's always been order in the actual body of Israel, fam. You know what I'm saying? There's always been order, whether it be depending on the situation or whatever captivity we're in, you know what I'm saying? It was always order. Watch this, though. That's not the point. And Joshua said unto all the people, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old times, even Terah, the father of Abraham, the father of Nachor, and they served other gods. The other side, meaning the other side of the Euphrates. Okay? So now, if you guys recall, Isaiah, sorry guys, I need a rest. I haven't been sleeping that well. Isaiah 51:1, it says, hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock whence ye are hewn. I brought this out several times. I'm going to tell you this, family. I never read this scripture in my whole years being in a particular camp. And not one time did this camp bring this out at all. Not one time. No, it was always driven about Revelations 1:14 and Daniel 10 and Daniel 7, Jeremiah 14, Job 30, Lamentations 4, Wisdom of Solomon 1. You know what I mean? All the color scriptures. Like, I know them all. Never have I seen this one. Never did they show it to me. It says here, look unto the rock whence ye are hewn, meaning like the rock that you are cut from, and the hole of the pit whence ye are digged. See that? Look unto Abraham, your father. You see, it says here, look unto him, look unto the rock whence ye are hewn. He was cut at a particular mold of people. Remember in 2nd Ezra chapter 3, it talks about how after Shem, Japheth, and Ham, the people went berserk again. They started becoming idolaters. This is why you have a lot of these Brahmin, Krishna, Buddha, Zoroastrianism, esoteric concepts, Thoth, emerald tablets, Inki and Iki, Kiki and Tiki, all those 42 laws of Ma'at, all of that stuff. And that's where it all came from. Literally, it came from the Bible. I know that they're going to feel otherwise, but hey, disagree. I'm not here to debunk anybody. I'm just here to show you what I know. And then it says here, and to the hole of the pit whence ye are digged. You guys remember Hosea 10 and how he talks about, break them clods, dig through that dirt, get rid of those rocks. So we're talking about a particular rock that Abraham was cut from. He was dug out of that pit. It says, look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you. For I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. All right? Why am I saying this? Because look at this. Sorry, fam. I'm about to get some bread real quick because I took my medicine and I think my stomach is starting to bother me. So I may have to step away for like a few minutes, okay? Judith 5:6 says, these people are descended of the Chaldeans. Again, and they sojourned there heretofore in Mesopotamia. Meaning prior to Mesopotamia, they came out of the Chaldeans. Because they would not follow the gods of their fathers, meaning like Terah and all them, right? Which were in the land of the Chaldea. As you can see, Chaldea again. For they left the way of their ancestors that were in the Chaldeans and worshiped the God of heaven, meaning the Most High. The God whom they knew. See, we always knew him. He foreknew us. Foreknew us. Let me not forget the thought. Milk. 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 Romans 11:1 says, I say then, had God cast away his people? God forbid. This is milk, family. This is a foundation. Write these precepts down. This is what we're going to need in order for you to be rooted. You need to know these things. This is what's going to help you understand the Bible. But first things first, you got to keep the laws of God. And you can't assume you know the Bible if you have no foundation. All of you guys that are just on your own, randomly picking up books, thinking you know the Bible, you don't have a foundation. So if you were ever falling off, you could not go back to where your foundation is. Because the Bible does talk about the milk. The milk. The milk. In the old and in the new. It talks about the meat and the wine and the teeth like milk. Don't make up your own foundations. That's why you guys are all over the place. A lot of you guys. I say then, had God cast away his people? God forbid. For I am also an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham. Why are we running to Revelations 1? Why are we taught that? Well, I already know why. I know that you guys are going to be offended when I say it's witchcraft. And I'll show you at the end of all of these classes. Then again, it says, for I am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. You see, it didn't say of the seed of Jacob or Isaac. He said Abraham. So this is, again, goes back to me saying to you guys, why do you say daughters of Sarah and sons of Jacob? Jacob is not Sarah's husband. Witchcraft family. Then it says, God had not cast away his people, which he foreknew. What ye not what the scripture said of Elias? He make an intercession to God against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and dig down their altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed down the knee to the image of Baal. So, brothers, listen. I know that there's a lot of ruckus going on with our people. And this is where we're going to start like sifting. You that claim to be Israel and you got absolutely no zeal, you best check your DNA. Straight up facts. Hate to tell you. I know it's going to hurt your feelings, but if you don't have the zeal for the scriptures to the fullest, not on particular things you want, not on scriptures that favor your doctrine, just standard all across the board. Okay? God had not cast away his people, verse 2, which he foreknew. This is milk. I'm going to have to educate you guys, because a lot of you guys that I spoke to or have spoken to or do speak to think you know more. I'm not saying I know. I'm not saying I do. But what I'm saying is that I have gone through the rigorous quote training of like digging in this foundation in order for me not to fall off crazy. Stop making up your own doctrines. Had God cast away his people, which he foreknew? No, he didn't. Okay? That's why it says here, Isaiah 51. Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness. Hearken. What does the word hearken mean? Let's see. Hearken. Says listen. Pay attention. Regard. Hear. Hearken definition. Give respectful attention. To bring to mind something in the past. Attend, hear, mind, heed. Take heed. Pay attention. Take heed. Take heed. Hearken to me. Take heed. Listen. Pay attention. Ye that follow after righteousness. So you mean if you want to keep the laws of God, if you have zeal for the Most High, ye that seek the Lord, you're going to look unto the rock that we are cut from, because we are Abraham, and to the hole of the pit whence ye are digged, because he took us out of that pit. Even this day, milk message. Hold on.
Attention, choppers! Today's special is civil unrest. Let me say attention!
Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. Had God cast away his people? God forbid. God forbid. But see, you guys don't want to hearken. Isaiah 51:1. Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock whence ye are hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence ye are digged. Look unto Abraham, your father. Listen, let me repeat it again. So-called Hispanics, so-called native Indians, right? You brothers and sisters, and everybody around the world that may watch my channel and may not give a damn about me, or may even hate me. Look unto Abraham, your father, and unto Sarah that bare you, for I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. Why? For the Lord shall comfort Zion. That's why. Pretty simple. But you guys don't want to look at Abraham. No, you wanna go here. Which is not a problem, family. It's not a problem. Revelation 1:14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if it burned in the furnace. And his voice as the sounds of many waters. You see, but you guys don't read verse 16. And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword, meaning the Bible. And his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength. You don't read that. But again, I ask, what thou sayest? Why go here and not here? Because here tells us that here is where he came out of. These people are descended of the Chaldeans. What now? Who are these Chaldeans, for God's sakes? And they sojourned heretofore in Mesopotamia, because they would not follow the gods of their fathers, which they were in the land of the Chaldea. For they left the way of their ancestors and worshipped the God of heaven, the God whom they knew. So they cast them out of the face of their gods, and they fled into Mesopotamia and sojourned there many days. This is where we come from, family. Oh, it's going to hurt your feelings. Chaldeans. Yeah. That's where we come from. Watch this. This is from Josephus. Chapter 5, number 4, it says, Shem, I don't want to read that, because you guys could, actually, I'll read it. Shem, the third son of Noah, and had 5 sons who inhabited the land that begat at Euphrates, okay, and reached to the Indian Ocean. Now let's skip to where it says Arphaxad. Arphaxad named the Arphaxadites, who are now called Chaldeans. Okay? Family, I'm going to get something to eat real quick, like a piece of bread, because again, my medication, I have to take it, and it's just, I'm an old man, man. I'm an old man now. Put some prayers out for me, for God's sakes. Don't hate me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back, family. I'll be right back. Please, please, please. I'll be right back. Please, please, please. Okay, let me turn it up. All right, fam, I'm back. Thank you. Well, whether you wait or not, it's all good. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see. Arphaxad, named the Arphaxadites, who are now called Chaldeans. Okay. So now, let me see what it says here. Let's see. It says here, Aram had the Aramites, which is basically Aramea or Aramaic, where the Aramaic language comes from, which the Greeks call Syrians. As Laud founded the Laudites, which are now called Lydians or Lydians. Of the four sons of Aram, Uz founded Trachonitis in Damascus. This country lies between Palestine and Syria. Ul founded Armenia and gathered the Bactrians and the Messenians. It is now called Karax or Spasini. Salah was the son of Arphaxad, and his son was Eber, from whom they originally called the Jews Hebrews. Eber begat Joktan and Peleg, and he was called Peleg because he was born at the dispersion of the nations to the several countries. For Peleg among the Hebrews signifies division. Now Joktan, one of the sons of Eber, had three sons. Elmodad, you guys can read that. This inhabited from Kofan, an Indian river, and in part of Asia adjoining to it. And this shall suffice concerning the sons of Shem. So as you can see, from all the Israel all the way across to India, to ports of Asia, that was where we sojourned. That's why when the Persian, and we weren't necessarily in a Persian captivity, family, if you guys really think of that, we weren't. Okay? But in the Persians, they conquered this whole region from the Kofan, Israel, all the way to the Indian River, across the Asian adjoining. When he freed us, we would have probably more likely stayed within that. Watch this. I will not treat of the Hebrews. The sons of Phaleg, whose father was Eber, was Ragau, whose son was Serag, who was born Nahor. His son was Terah, who was the father of Abraham, who accordingly was the 10th from Noah, and was born in the 292nd year after the deluge. For Terah begat Abram in the 70th year. Let me see what it says on the bottom. On the bottom it says Arphaxad was the son of Shem and born 12 years after the deluge. Okay. That's from the Antiquities of the Jews by Josephus. So now I'm going to show you this real quick. This is from the Jesuit and the Incas. Okay. This guy was trying to debunk us. What he was trying to do is trying to prove a point like we are not Israel. This guy, Valera. So I'll start here. Valera vehemently rejected the notion that the American Indians, our people, were descendants of the lost tribes of Israel. So in a common theory in the 16th century. So as you know, a lot of people at this time were obviously writing a lot of books regarding like James Deere and William, what's his name? Something Penn, Bartolomé de las Casas. Who else? I can't believe I forgot a lot of names. Anyways, so there was a lot of written back then. This guy was like, no, these damn spics are not Israel. It cannot be. There's no way. There's no way it can be. The hate in him literally puts us that we are. Watch this. It says here, in the few sections that remain of Valera's work on this subject, he apparently speculated that the people of the Americas originated from the ancient Chaldeans. Let me read that again. I don't know if you guys caught it. Valera's work on this subject, he apparently speculated that the people of the Americas originated from ancient Chaldeans who once lived in the plain of Shinar in the Persian Gulf. The chronicler wrote that the religion of the natives of Greater Florida and the Caribbean islands was derived from the practice of the Chaldeans. Abid Blas Valera, 1594, reprinted in 1968, page 153 to 154. The Chaldeans were renowned in the biblical history for founding the city of Ur, from whence came Abraham, the father of the Hebrew nation. They were believed to have descended directly from Noah, meaning us. And they became famous. Just talk about them, but it's us too. And they became famous as learned astrologers, priests, and magicians, like the Magi, by linking the ancient Peruvians to the Chaldeans. Valera, which is stupidity, was placing the people of the New World into the framework of biblical history. You see, Valera considered the Chaldeans to be the ultimate ancestors of the peoples of Peru, Greater Florida, meaning all that was known of North America and the Caribbean. It seems, however, that he viewed the Mexican natives, who he called this race of terrible and cruel men, as a very separate people. In his writings, he argued that the Mexicans had spread southward from Mexico and had peopled Central America and the tropical forests of South America. He believed that the natives lowland South America, whom he would have seen as young boy, were descended from Mexicans. These people, known as in Quechua, Quechua, as Antis, were described by him in the most unflattering terms, as was the typical among the Inca elite. But there's no real work that says, you can see that this guy, let's see, where is it at? There you go. Where are you at? I think it's here. See, he talks about the savagery, right, of our people. Then it says, unfortunately, not enough Valera's writings remain to determine whether he believed the Mexicans to have been close descendants of Noah, who had declined sharply, or an entirely distinct race from the ancient Peruvians. But yet we know we are the same people. All right. So that's from the Valera's conclusion. As I mentioned before, talked about the migration. Let me show you this real quick. I think it's a good time. Where are you? Watch this real quick. This is from Jesus Was in America, I believe. And it just basically confirms what we just read, right? Josephus 5:4. Let's talk about like how far, you know what I mean, that there was rulership. I'm gonna tell you something, family. What I'm noticing, you know what I mean? This is just a side point. It's like I share this information, right? And you guys think I'm trying to place you with a particular type of people. Like, no, you can't be. You're wrong. Those guys are Elamites. That's not what I'm saying. These guys are simple, man. Don't we live in America? Don't we live among A bunch of nations. Don't y'all still call yourselves Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Nicaraguans, Peruanos? Even though we're among other nations, you guys are still proud of those particular so-called roots. Roots. But no. You want to debate and you want to argue what you literally... I'll show you this. This is from the ancient Jews, came from India. The Bible tells us, right? I'm just reading, fam. Y'all decide what you want to believe. I'm not going to convince you. Page 1, it says, much before the birth of Jesus, Jerusalem was colonized and dominated by India. The India we have lost. Why do the Jews come so close to the Indians or the Hindus? These answers lie in the fact that the whole of the Bible land, not only Israel and Palestine, was colonized by the Indians. From Kashmir to Palestine by Paramish Chaudhuri. Page 245. In its history of the Jews, the Jewish scholar and theologian Flavius Josephus, which is true, wrote that the Greek philosopher Aristotle had said, these Jews are derived from the Indian philosophers, and they are named by the Indians Kalani. You see that? So we sojourn among them, but they separated us from them. And it says here, from Clear Coast of Soli wrote, the Jews descended from the philosophers of India. The philosophers are called in India Kalanians, and in Syria Jews. You see that? So the people of India called us Kalanians, and the Syrians called us Jews. The name of their capital is very difficult to pronounce. It is called Jerusalem. And if you ask, I'm just going to say, if you take the J and put a P, it's like Jerusalem. I was just messing around with it. Then it says here, says highlighted on the bottom, says that the Jews were an Indian tribe of sect called Kalani, and that their theology has a great resemblance to that of the Indians. This is by Anacalypsis, page 400. I didn't show you that page, but look, I'm going to show you this right now. I just remembered. Let me see. Hold on. I found this morning. I almost forgot to show y'all, man. No, not that. All right, we're about an hour and 15. Oh, here it goes. Wait, this one. No, not that one. This one. Is it this one? Ziggurat of Ur. I forgot to show you this. This temple at Ur was used in the pagan worship that Abraham left behind when he traveled to the Promised Land. The word ziggurat is an English rendering of the Assyrian Sikuratu, height, pinnacle. I have one more. Where are you at? Is that it? Oh man, I had something. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. Watch this, the Maggies. I almost forgot. It says, the Magi were originally a religious caste among the Persians. Their devotion to astrology, divination, and the interpretation of dreams led to an extension in the meaning of the word. Remember Daniel saying, and by the 1st century, the term Magi and Chaldeans were applied generally to fortune tellers. and the exponents of esoteric religious cults throughout the Mediterranean world. Astrology was practiced, and the traditions of Israelites' Masonic expectations may have survived in that region since the days of Queen Sheba and Maggie. I'm telling you, family. You guys got to be mindful of what you are reading. Watch this real quick. Give me a second. We're going to read. I'm going to show you this here. You see this? The Raramuri of the Raramuri of Chihuahua. Watch this. The Spaniards called the land of Raramuri Chihuahua, pronouncing it Shivava by the native themselves. In Sanskrit, Shiva's temple. According to Hindu religious scholars, Ram and God Shiva were once the same deity. India once ruled America. Names are also prominent in Native Americans. Yep, true that. Watch this. This is from, what book is this? Family, forgive me. I forget what book this is. Man, I don't like doing that. I'm going to read it anyways, family. If we really want to, I'll get it. It says here, page, what page are we in? 387. I think this is a kind of ellipsis, maybe? I'll find out. We are told that Terah, the father of Abraham, originally came from the eastern country called of the Chaldees or Kuldees to dwell in a district called Mesopotamia. Sometime after he had dwelt there, Abram or Brahma, and his wife Sarah or Sarai or Sarah Iswati left their father's families and came to Canaan. It says here on the bottom. Let's see. It says here, Abram, you're right here. Or that it might be only the emphatic Chaldee article making the Brahma or Brahmin. The word, no, that's not the one I was looking for. That's a lot of material I got, fam. I'm trying to make sure that I can stay within the vein. Forgive me. I don't want to show you that right now. We'll see that later. Watch this real quick. This is from the brother Jose Garcia, maybe. Carlos Alvear Acevedo, Historia de México. Dice, pero si estas filiaciones son ingeniosos, no lo son menos las que corresponden a las lenguas quechua y aymara que proceden del hebreo y del caldeo. Too many references with Chaldeans, family. Too many. Cannot ignore it. Cannot ignore it anymore. Yes, you guys may not want to believe it. Or you're stuck in your ways that, oh no, we got to be a certain way. Or you're so blind by the chart and you don't even realize that chart doesn't make it correct. Let me finish it with this, and then I'll later on be on. We're going to read page 54. Here, I'll read this here. Neither should we theorize and conclude that they crossed at the Strait of Anain, for if For if that were so, they would exist in that region, since it's generally cold up there on the account of the high latitude where the straits lie. And as in that country and Kivara, the woolly humpback buffalo have bred and perpetuated themselves. Right? Just people that not believing, right? Number 54, it says, so the greater part of them kept traveling slowly across the great Tartary and other nations, God allowing and ordaining this for his own righteous judgment and his extended journey of a year and a half, as stated in Esdras, until they arrived at Mongol. Obviously, these guys are short on the understanding. And from there, they crossed the Strait of Anian and went on to colonize the country of Spain, beginning in the northernmost parts, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point. This is the important part here. Ezra says that that at the close of this extended journey, they colonized and lived in that region, which is called Arsareth. Region. Okay? That very learned author, Genebrard, in book 1 of his chronology, states that Arsareth is the extreme point of Great Tartary, or Scythia, and that it is a cape or promontory, which is the boundary or landmark dividing the old world with the new, above the Straits of Anian, and near where they crossed from that country to New Spain. So they could have gone by that route or by India or in China, since there, meaning in India and China, in that region of Cathay, the people inhabiting that country keep the Old Testament and the law of Moses, although with many superstitions besides. Yes, and that's Northern Kingdom. This is a full and sufficient proof that the members of the 10 tribes passed through there and settled there, since that is clear from their observation of the law, and from where they could easily come to the strait or channel which lies between China and the kingdom of Anian, as we may have seen on the globe or maps. And the kingdom of Anian, as may have seen on the globe map, and the kingdom of Anian, they went on exploring and colonizing those countries of the New World, never before seen or settled by human beings. Okay? I'm going to show you this video. Don't forget.
Why did you wish to sail west? To open a new... Why did you wish to sail west? To open a new route to Asia. Asia is the richest kingdom, the land of spices and gold. At the moment, there are only 2 ways of reaching it. By sea, sailing around the African continent. The journey takes a year. Or by land. But the Turks have closed this route to all Christians. There is a 3rd way. By sailing west across the ocean sea. The distance is unknown. It's said to be infinite. Superstition. I believe the Indies are no more than 750 leagues west of the Canary Islands. How can you be so certain? The calculations of Toscanelli, Marin de Tir, Esdras. Esdras is a Jew. So what's worse? 2 minutes, and already you're a dead man. For telling the truth? Yes. We are burning people for less.
You guys remember that? You guys remember that? You guys remember that very famous video? Deuteronomy chapter 29. Now let's get into the Bible real quick. Chapter 29, verse 28. And it reads, and the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them out into another land, as it is this day. Now, watch this. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us, and unto us only, family, and to our children forever, that we may do all the work of this law. Family, these secrets are only revealed to us. No one else. These secrets are hidden for us to see. No one else. These things matter. Family. Let me give you a couple more scriptures and then I'm going to pause and I'm going to come back later today to finish, to do the, either finish it off or the fourth part. But we're going to finish the class today. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 17, it says, his glory is like the firstlings of his bullock, and his horn are like the horns of unicorns. With them he shall push the people together to the end of the earth. And they are the 10,000 of Ephraim, and they are the 1,000 of Manasseh. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick that I find that very interesting, right? A lot of times we're like, oh, yeah, it's because that's Ephraim. Okay, I get it. I understand that. But look at this. This is Arsareth, right? Excuse me real quick. Let me cough. This is Arsareth right here. What do we see? A unicorn. Pushing to the end of the earth. Arsareth. Arsareth. But yet all we get is this? That's all we get. Nothing more, nothing less. Yet we got maps showing Arsareth is up there. Making me sense. Revelation 6:8 says that this would be the fourth part. I believe it's Revelation 6:8, right? It says here, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword. Over the fourth part of the earth. Over the fourth part of the earth. Watch this real quick, fam. I found this book. Here, check it out. It's called Geography Rectified Description of the World, blah, 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 blah. Robert Morden, 1703, printed in 1693. We're looking at the fourth part, because remember, this is the whole point here. It says here, according to the greater integrating part thereof, the ancient divided the whole earth into three great parts, Europe, Asia, and Africa, to which is now added a fourth part. Sorry, fam, I do that because I'm kind of getting rid of ducks. You know what I'm saying? Like ducks that are flying around and blinding us and confusing us. And listen, family, I'm just going to be real with y'all. Excuse me real quick. How can somebody tell us that we came around the world on boats, on water, and you can't track that? But everything that, at least I could say, I'm finding that the Most High is revealing to us keeps pointing to the opposite. That we did not go around some sea. And because of, remember the book I showed you, the description of the West Indies? It says that we definitely had to migrate that way, India and China, because people there kept the laws of God. And you know what? In case you don't know, in case you must have forgot, or unless somebody's lying to y'all. Look. There's too many things proving that we came out of the Ur of the Chaldees. And then if you see this here, in these regions, like India and China, and in Israel, there's a bunch of synagogues here, fam. So that's why it says that the description of the Indies, of the West Indies, right? 1620. It says that we had to go this way because these people kept the laws of God, the laws of Moses. And remember Persia? The Persian, remember Cyrus freed us? Watch this. This is from the Mexican pyramids. For the mysteries of the Mexican pyramids. Look at that. That looks Hindu. Look at that guy. Look at that. Look at his legs crossed like Buddha. Yeah, hey, listen, fam. If this information shows that here are some other people, well, guess what? That's just a fact, Jax. Take it for what it is, man. I'm not debunking anything. I'm just showing y'all what I'm finding. You guys can be emotional and say, nah, we're not. Look, voladores in India. Watch this real quick. Hindus reached America first. This is what the official historian of the Mexican government said in the general outline of the history of Mexico. What is called the discovery of America is the meeting of two great current of races of people who, after a separation extending over many centuries, were again joined after going right around the earth. Watch, I just remembered something. Let me stay on that vein. Let me see, because I don't think I actually showed y'all. Let's see. No. I found something about that specific thing. Catch was. No, that's not it. Let me see. Give me a second, family. Let me see if I did put it here. I thought I had found it. What page was it? Let me see. A second. No, that's not it. Man, thought I had it. Is it this one? Give me a second, family. I'm just looking for something. Where was it? On the bottom. I remember reading it. It was very interesting, too. Sorry, fam. I still got a lot of material. You know what I'm saying? My mind is full of stuff. Or willing he can help me correct it all. Just like as chaotic as I've always been in my life, man. I guess that's just what the Most High allowed me to hold on to. Just obviously important information. Things that pertain to our people. No more, no less. Give me a second. I'm looking for where was it, man? And I keep thinking of it. And it's like, like those thoughts that come to mind, family. And it's like, oh, I just remembered. Oh man, I forgot it. Oh, I just remembered. Ah, gosh, I forgot it. And I literally had it. What book was it? Let me see. Did this one? Was it here? Abram to Moses. No. Was it the who's who? No. Sorry, family. Bear with me, please. Bear with me. Let me see. I'm looking for a page. Great nation. Famine. Maybe I'll remember it later on today. I may not remember it now. But it's in one of these books, fam. I got a bunch of them. And it actually talks about like particular details of what I just read. But you know what? Can't find it, so let's just continue. And as you can see, look, it's just like what I keep saying, family. It's just too many similarities to ignore, and everything's leading us to being of the the Chaldees. Okay, so it looks like we are basically showing descendants of Abraham. This is from Los Indios Somos Israelitas. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Look at that. Asiáticos, Semitas, Egipto, Indio, Otomi, Mexico. Can make this stuff up. Where are you? Give me a second. Looking for something real quick. I wanted to show you this, fam. Where are you? I see these voladores, right? This is India. Look at them. That's us. See that raza right there? See the fringes? Yeah, that raza right there. That's them. That's us. Too many similarities, family. That's all I'm saying. Can't ignore it. So we definitely migrated from that area. Watch this. I think this is what I'm looking for. Guys, look at information, man. Look at this here. Watch this. This is from oh God. I will bring it up later today, okay, fam? I apologize. Forgive me. Can't remember right now. Which one is this one? I think this is Jesus and Moses buried in America, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. I believe so. Let's see real quick. Maybe it's in here. Or is this what I'm looking for? Anyhow, you see this here. I'm gonna read at the bottom. It says, however, if more convincing examples are needed, I present the Pujas, Manu, Pishak, Puno, and Ayukucho regions. In Sanskrit, Puja is honor, worship, Manu, patriarch, Pishak, established the people of North India. Pune, a famous Indian city. Ayakushi. We need to explore. Y'all want to know who you are according to the Bible? Well, facts are facts, fam. You either embrace who you are or you don't. I believe we are the people of the book. You guys are getting confused about what I'm saying because you're so indoctrinated with One West. You cannot see past what I'm sharing with y'all. You guys think that I'm trying to confuse you. No, I'm showing history. I'm showing documentation that puts us as the children of Abraham. In case you guys are missing the point. Okay? You guys are missing the point. We are being told consistently that we are of the Ur of the Chaldees. The Ur of the Chaldees. And everything that Abraham, the way that Abraham's life went is just like us. He wasn't raised in the laws. His father was an idolater. Then the Most High called him. He had faith. And he applied the laws. Are we not doing that? Look unto the rock, which ye are hewed, from the pit, which ye are digged. Look unto your father, which bare you. You need to be mindful, family. Don't be afraid to dig. Now other people are going to tell you, no, don't go into too many books. No, because they want you to indoctrinate it. Okay? That's why. Listen, family. We already went through this. All right? Physically. I'm not about to go through that mentally. Burning my mind and my spirit with lies. Because they want to be right. But everything leads elsewhere. Look at this. This is from the Great Migration, page 28. Damn, look at that. When he first went to Mexico, and after he had been for some time studying the archaeology of that country, he wrote, the ruins in this country prove that Moctezuma ancestors must have dwelt on the banks of the Nile. It does not seem to have occurred to him that the ancestors of the king of Mexico in the gray dawn of antiquity might have possibly been the ancestors of those who dwelt later in the banks of the Nile. All those mounds and buildings have their sides facing the four cardinal points exactly like the Egyptian pyramids. You guys need to decide what you want to be, fam. That's what it was. I found this, where is it? Hundestan. That's what it was. Yeah, I see it. I thought I took a picture of it. Give me a second. Hindustan. They named this place, or they named it with Hindustanis. They called us that. I'm going to look for it, family. I'm going to look for that book. Because I remember seeing it now. And I don't know why I didn't take a picture of it. I thought I did. Now I'm really upset. Because I know I took a picture of it. And this is the demon. The demon's trying to keep things away from us, family. I'm telling you, man. I know I took a picture of that thing. No, I did. I know I did. I was like, whoa, that's amazing. Let me see. Is this it? No. Well, you know what? I'm going to find it, family. I am going to find it. If it's the last thing I do. It's the last thing I do. Let me see if it's here. Maybe it's over here. Give me a second. All right. Well, anyways, listen, family, I'm going to look for it. I do appreciate y'all sticking around. I do want to find that material. Okay. So again, walk with me, family. Just walk with me. Okay. I'm not trying to convince y'all, man, on anything. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you guys. I'm trying to show y'all the migration, the possible path that we took. Oh yeah, that's my station, family. I just improved that thing, man. I got a beast mode here. All work for the Lord, fam. Again, if you guys are on Facebook, request to make friends. All this material, I leave it available for y'all. Okay. Anyhow, I'm gonna look for that page because it's really important. Man, I can't believe I did not take a picture of it. I literally just found it right now. I literally just found it. I don't know if it was in my... Oh, wait. I think I remember now where. Let's see. Mejor de las 10 tribus. Cero de tribunal, significado. Second Ezra, llamado destrucción. Israelitas. Hacen los hebreos como los americanos y su acompañamiento. I'll read this to you guys later. This actually shows too who we are. That's crazy, man. I can't believe I'm like stuck on that idea that I know I had that picture. I know I took a picture of it. And for some reason, I cannot freaking find it. Excuse me. Anyhow, so with all that considered and said, family, I really appreciate y'all being around here. I'm gonna pause. It's 4:36 a.m. 4:36 a.m. my time. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back later today. with that material to show y'all. Like, it literally says Hindustan. They call this Hindustan. It's crazy. I'm gonna find it, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we'll continue. We left off, remember, we left off in Deuteronomy 33:17. I brought up Revelation 6:8, but we're still there. Now we're gonna go into the actual, you know, like the separation, division, and then our migration. Okay, I wanted to give you guys a little history so then it could all make sense regarding the past walk and all of those things. Okay, and I got more material that's going to show and confirm that we have a lot of similar things with the people in those regions. Just the facts. Just facts, fam. Not emotions, man. Facts tell, story sell. Facts tell, story sell, family. You decide what you want. You can chew on stories and make your stomach feel all happy and nice and oh my God. Or you can be facts. And we find out who we are. We are Israel. Don't misunderstand that, family. But you guys are indoctrinated. You need to wash that away. Anyhow, other than that, I do have this to play, y'all. Let's see. Oh, sad person. Oh man, politics is funny. That's why I'm glad I don't follow it no more. This is one of my favorite songs, family. I know that I said I would. Matter of fact, I'm not going to do Matthew 6 today because this is not necessarily milk. It's a historical class in a sense. I want to finish it today, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play y'all a song. There's a message in this song. There's a message in this song. Okay? And after the song's over, then I'm going to cut it off. But there's a message in the song, fam. An important message. So, pay attention to the words, please. Don't misunderstand me. I really do care for y'all, man. I do. This is why I do what I do. Because I feel the Lord. All right? All right, family. After this, I'm going to play it. Stick around.
Quiero pensar, pero no puedo, no. El ruido en la ciudad está consumiendo, wow. Quieren pensar, sin ni siquiera estar al mando. Tanta publicidad subliminal te está matando. Les cuesta decir por sí mismos cuál es su mando. Publican sonrisas con el corazón llorando. Quieren brillar, pero sin tener que valerse de tener sus ideas propias. Los veo a todos igual, solo son la réplica de la imitación de una triste copia. Obedece, la vida es un suspiro y envejeces. Te dejas distraer por estupideces y pierdes el eje. Te duele por dentro, entonces te creces, pero aceptas mucho menos de lo que mereces. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que decís, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar y solo así podrás brillar. Conserva tu juicio y tu intuición, más activos que el que lucha por lo suyo y no se rinde. Yo ya sé bien cuál es mi misión, y es contarte que el mal por su propio pie pronto se extingue. Ven, no caigas bajo su control, pues por la televisión es normal que mal lo pinte. Tú mantente firme en conexión con la fuente de creación, vivirás siempre de fin de. Dios abre los ojos, dime lo que ves. A tus propios hijos matándose por billetes. Niños por cada 2 por 3. Pa' unos es bendición, con otros por su causa pequen. Y yo que intento ser un ser crístico, voy bendiciendo hasta los diablos. Piensan que es cierto el mensaje típico. Dicen que invento lo del engaño, y mientras lucho contra mis errores, demonios escucho, me ofrecen soluciones. Pero sé que hay un ángel que quiere que mejore. Me dice haz un trabajo interno antes de que lo ignores, antes que otra vez llores y se llenen los mares de pena y de dolores, ya que en mi mente no caben. La paz no va en un sobre, somos algo importante. Nunca te revelaste y por eso no lo sabes. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. ¿Y quién te ha dicho a ti que no puedes pensar sobre lo que le di, sobre cómo actuar? Lucha por ser feliz sin a nadie dañar, y solo así podrás brillar. Me desperté tan cansado, me sentía mal herido de todo lo que he pasado. No me quita lo aprendido, por dentro me he perdonado, pero casi no me olvido. Me desperté tan cansado, me sentía mal herido de todo lo que he pasado. No me quita lo aprendido, por dentro me he perdonado, pero casi no me olvido, no. Todos repiten lo que dice el referente, discursos vacíos lejos de ser coherentes. De lo que no sabes será mejor que no inventes, que investigues y no te dejes lavar la mente.